There are over 30 different monuments in Rust. Some of them are useless, while others can bring you a lot of loot. And knowing some of the tricky secrets on them can take your gameplay to the next level. That's why I'm gonna give you 100 essential tips and tricks for all monuments in Rust. I guarantee you won't know all of these. So make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe to the channel and check out today's sponsor. Rustly is one of the fastest growing Rust websites with a lot of games to play, many deposit methods including skins, cards and crypto, and instant withdrawals with a store full of skins. You can climb 5 free cases by using code STELIC or clicking the link in the first comment. You can battle against real players or bots in games like case battles, coin flip and even minefield and win cool skins. And if it's not enough for you, you can get a lot of bonuses and free cases every 24 hours. In fact, you can get 5 free cases right now if you click the link in the first comment or go to rustly.com and use code STELIC. Please remember, loot boxes sites can be addictive, so make sure you're over 18 and only spend money you can afford to lose. Good luck! Let's begin with the lighthouse. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you need to jump down quickly, but you can't use stairs because of campers, go to this ledge, jump down and lean against the wall. As you can see, you don't get any fall damage. As you know, before using the recycler, all players run into this room to pick up the green card. And this is the perfect place to catch them off guard. Just jump on this locker in the corner and wait for your victim. If you want to get to the recycler unnoticed, don't go through the main door. Instead, use the door at the back. Then go up the stairs, make a few simple jumps and continue up the stairs until you get to this spot. By the way, if you go even higher up the stairs, you'll come to a perfect red spot, from where you can control the recycler. But if you don't have a suitable weapon, you can go down and hide behind this box. No one will see you here, and you can control the climb and recycle. At the supermarket, you can use this barrel to cook some meat. Also, it will give you maximum comfort. This will speed up the healing process. As you know, if you just run on the roof, the players around you will hear your footsteps. However, if you run along the edge of the roof, your footsteps will be completely silent. In the main building, there are glass squares on the ceiling. If you change the object quality to 0, you'll be able to see what's going on above you. Sometimes a crate will spawn to the left of the entrance. You can take advantage of this and sit in this corner. When the crate spawns, you will find yourself inside it. From this position, you can definitely catch your enemies off guard. If you go to the supermarket at night, you can turn left and press the switch in the far corner that will turn on the lights inside and outside the monument. At the mining outpost, you can hide behind this yellow forklift. From here, you have a great view of the recycler. You can open the recycler outside the monument to safely steal components from it. You can completely block one of the entrances to the mining outpost with barricades to recycle components more safely. This room is a favorite place for campers with pipe shotguns, but you can check if there is anyone inside through the window on the left. You can jump onto the forklift and from there onto the shelf on the right to see what's going on outside from a safe spot. At the gas station, you can hide in a very unexpected place on the roof. Here you can catch your enemies off guard or save your loot. Another great spot is in this corner. If you jump on the fence from below, you will get into the bushes, where you will be almost invisible. And from this position, you can control the entrance inside. If you need to hide inside the gas station, turn left, face this corner and open the door. This is the perfect position to catch anyone who comes inside. There is a similar position at the back of the building. If you jump on the door and then on the locker, you will be very hard to spot from the outside. Plus, you'll be able to control 2 doors at once. If you don't want to run into the clan next to the recycler, you can climb up on the roof. Then jump down here and see everything going on inside through the window to get all the information you need. In the harbor, if you jump on the terrace next to the building and ask your teammate to boost you on the roof, you will get to the best possible spot. From here, you can control the recycler and the entire monument. If you were using the oil refinery and suddenly heard footsteps nearby, you can hide in the water in this corner. Here, no one can see you and you can save your resources. On the other side of the port, you can hide in the most unexpected place. By the way, it's right in front of you. As soon as you hear footsteps nearby, you can easily jump out of here and surprise your enemy. And if you're sure someone is camping you at the other end, don't use this bridge. Use the containers on the left instead. If you run through them, you can get to the other end undetected and get behind your enemy. You can also jump on this bridge and run to the end of it. You'll have a great view of the recycler from here, and you're definitely not expected to be in this position. At the junkyard, you can steal a crane, but you won't get far with it, because it will break in a second, so don't even try it. Instead, you can build your own car here, as there's a working car lift with electricity. If you spend a little fuel, you can recycle a few cars at the junkyard and get a good amount of scrap and metal while being completely safe, because you won't take any damage while you are in the crane. But the fun part is that you can use this crane as a weapon, because you only need to hit the enemy one time to do fatal damage. At the ferry terminal, you can find 2 crates either on this car or inside the truck, but most players don't know that there are 2 more crates in the water on the tugboat, so be sure to check this spot next time. If you climb this bridge and run to the end of it, you can jump to this roof. From here, you have a great view of the recycler, so it's the perfect red spot. And if you want to recycle components safely, you can cover yourself with barricades, so no one can see you from this roof. There is also another red spot on this monument. To get here, you have to jump onto the forklift at the side of the building, and from there onto the roof. Unfortunately, you can't see the recycler from here, but you can control almost the entire ferry terminal. If you go into the main building, you can go down into the underground tunnels. But just at the exit, you missed a small passage where you can hide and catch a loaded guy with a full inventory of components and other stuff coming out of the tunnels. On the Sever branch, if you're too lazy to climb to the top for crates, you can use a parachute. The distance between the cliff and the barrel is perfect for this. Also, always make sure to check this container, because inside it you can find 1 or sometimes 2 crates. By the way, next to this barrel is one of the entrances to the underground tunnel with a blue card, and there's a perfect spot for camping right above it. If you want to use the recycler safely, just throw components in it, go inside this building and jump on this thing in the middle. As you can see, there are huge gaps in the ceiling through which you can control everything that happens around you while being completely safe. On the satellite dish, there is a fallen plate in front of the recycler. If you climb it, you'll come to an invisible texture you can't fall through. If you want to hide near the recycler, just jump on the brown box on the left and fall through the gap. No one will see you here. If from the same spot you climb the stairs behind you, then jump on the pipe on the right to the very top, you will get to the secret spot, from where you can see the whole monument. Now let's move on to the dome. As you know, to get to the top, you need to climb this pipe first, and it's the perfect place to catch your enemies off guard, because you can hide in the bushes above. To do this, just jump the pipe as usual and take the stairs to the right. By the way, if you think that this is the only way to get to the top, you're wrong. You can see 2 pipes on either side of the dome. If you ask your teammate to give you a boost on one of them, you can easily get inside the dome from the other side of this monument undetected. If you have already climbed to the top, you have 2 ways to get down quickly. For the first method, find this ledge, start running, jump down, and hit the barrel from below as you fall. As you can see, you won't take any damage. For the second method, find these 2 pipes and jump down between them. As you can see, you will also take no damage. And if you want to hide somewhere inside the dome, you can use this place at the top, where you can only climb up using this pipe, and you are very hard to spot. In the underwater lab, there is one secret place where you can stay without an air tank. While you're here, you won't waste any air, so you can use this trick to sneak up on your enemies undetected. You can use the can alarm system next to the moon pool to hear when someone comes inside, so you can't be attacked from behind. If you need a blue card, you can try to catch a fish and strip it. If you're lucky, you will find the blue card inside. As you know, you can't use weapons underwater, but no one's stopping you from throwing a few grenades into the moon pool to see if anyone is camping there. At the water treatment plant, before you open this gate, jump onto the roof and check if anyone is camping inside, so you don't lose your loot. If you drive a motorcycle into a tunnel, hit the stairs and get to the passenger seat, you will be able to see everything that happens from above through the textures. Many players forget about it, but on the cliff above, there is a mining quarry that for just 1 diesel and a couple of minutes of work will bring you about 300 fuel and 150 crude oil. If you are in the tunnel under the monument, no one from above will hear any gunshots or your footsteps. You will be completely silent here. By the way, there is a water tower on the same cliff next to the quarry. At the very top, you will find 2 crates that no one ever touches. There is a secret room at the train yard in this building. To get into it, you have to climb to the roof and then jump down, and you'll get here. Inside, you can hide your loot or use this room as a red spot. To get to the other red spot, you need to climb this pipe to the very top. When you get here, you will be covered by bushes, so it's almost impossible to see you. But that's not all. You can jump down onto this ledge and walk to the corner. From here, you'll get a great view of the entire monument. Also, be sure to check every crane on the train yard, because there's always 1 and sometimes 2 crates on top. And of course, don't forget to use trains to get some free loot and resources. After all, this monument is designed for that. In the Red Town, before going into the recycler room, look through the window to see if anyone is camping inside. If you need a better angle, you can jump on the wall behind you to see the whole room. Red Town has a few places with radiation water. If you fill it into a canister and splash it on another player, they will take some damage because of this water. If you want to hide in the recycler room, close the first door, stand behind it, open it back, and turn around into the wall. As you can see, you are completely invisible from the outside, so this is a really crazy spot. In the Arctic base, if you can't jump to the place you want, you can use 2 barricades and jump up between them. By the way, the place I'm at right now is the best place to get rid of bots on this monument without spending a lot of HP. Before opening the rooms with the blue card, check what's inside. It might not be worth it if there is only 1 box here. If you are lucky, you will find a snowmobile in one of the buildings, which will make your life easier in the winter biome. But it can also move just as fast on sand, so it will come in handy in the desert biome as well. At the airfield, you can quickly jump off the tower next to the main building without any fall damage, just by hitting the beam from below. If you want to hide in the room with the recycler, there is a perfect spot in the left corner. Ask your teammate to give you a boost on this pipe and wait for your victims. I guarantee that no one will expect to see you here. I don't recommend using the second recycle in the hangar at all, because you can easily be caught from the roof, from where your enemies have a perfect view inside. If you jump down into the tunnel in the middle and turn right, you will get to a mining tunnel where you can farm some resources, including stone, metal, and even sulfur. If you decide to take a red card, the stupidest thing you can do is hide in one of the rooms with a door, because bots can open doors too, and this applies to all monuments. At the power plant, you can jump on this thing, then on the roof and hide in the bushes to catch your enemies off guard. You can place a barricade next to this pipe to jump on, then climb inside the pipe to get to the perfect red spot where you can't be seen. By the way, if you run a little deeper down the pipe, you'll find a crate here. If you come to this place, you will be able to walk on air, because the textures are broken here. So don't be surprised next time if you see a boar walking through the air. In a military base, you don't have to go in through the main entrance. You can go through the grid from either side with little to no damage. When you get to the base itself, you'll be able to place barricades absolutely everywhere, even inside buildings on the second floor. You can get inside MLRS if you select the opposite point on the map. You'll be practically invisible from the outside, but at the same time, you'll be able to see everything that's going on around you. On the missile silo, you can go down the mine without taking any damage if you repeat after me. If you know that someone is waiting for you outside, you can go into the control room and drop your backpack in the right corner. As you can see, it will fall inside the texture, so only you will know about this backpack. At the military tunnels, you don't even need to go inside the main tunnel to find loot. You can go into the mine on the left and find 2 crates here. Also, before going in, check the tunnel on the right to make sure the bots are in place. Otherwise, you might get caught right on the way out with all the loot. Inside the tunnels, you can jump onto the slide and then onto the pipe on the left. It's a good place to catch someone off guard. You can actually attach ladders to the giant excavator to climb to the top and surprise your enemies. There is an invisible texture inside the control room that you can climb on. Also, under this room is the recycler. To be honest, I don't know why it's here, but it's here. For every 5 diesel you spend, you can summon an airdrop right on your head without leaving this monument. On the launch side, you can run through the air if you run into the invisible texture as I show. You can climb this tower and then use a parachute to jump to the roof of this building. This is the perfect place to blow up a Bradley. You can get to the top of this tower from the outside by jumping onto the electrical box, then onto the ledge and onto the balcony on the right. You can go down without taking any fall damage if you go to this corner, jump down and hit the wall. On the small oil rig, you can sometimes open this room without a green card, so be sure to check this next time. If you go into the blue room, write the code on the wall in your C4 and hide it next to the door. As soon as someone activates the crate, it will explode. On the large oil rig, you can see what's going on in the red room if you jump on the barrel from below. From the same position, you can throw the Molotov as I show. As you can see, it will damage the player above, even through the ceiling. If you write this code into your pager, you will get a signal as soon as the crate is activated, even if you are on the other side of the map. On a cargo ship, the most important position is the stairs, because it's the only way to get down. If you set the object quality to 0, there will be a gap in the wall, through which you can see what's happening above, giving you an advantage. And instead of the last trick, I'll show you 21 Rust mistakes that ruin your game. There are many bad habits you have likely developed in your time playing Rust that could be worsening your experience.